Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the next episode of The 100. This is Season 7, Episode 7 of the final season, titled The Queen's Gambit. So, last time, well, first of all, we're actually officially into the second half of the season. After the last episode, we kind of put everything in place. Things are ramping up. Shade Haida is recruiting his guys by getting through to Nelson. On the flip side, we have Indra taking control of Juan Crew, stepping forward as the leader we need since Maddie was unable to do it. Understandable, but as of this point, it feels more natural to have Indra in that position of power just because of her experience. She's wise. She's like the person everyone goes to for advice. So why not give her a shot at it? I mean, you can't get any worse. You know what I mean? We've had so many people who were not ready for that position in that position. So why not give it to someone who, I mean, I guess, yeah, she said she's not a leader. She's more of a warrior or a soldier. But at this point, you need someone to kind of rally the people. And I think having someone who is close to the people by being someone who sees battle, who's actually fought alongside people that we've kind of known to know and love throughout all these years of knowing them throughout the show. It makes sense. And the way Amori kind of put it, it just makes sense. The fact that you don't want it means you're the perfect person to do this. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, it makes sense to me. I like that. So we have two ends happening right here. We have Shade Haida who's making his moves. We have Indra making her moves, and at some point they're just gonna come to blows. It's once we get to that crossroads, because I don't know who's gonna strike first. I feel like once we kind of lure Shade Haida out, before we attempt to assassinate him or kill him, that's when Nelson and his crew are going to spring into action. They're probably going to be in league with NIKKI and her recruits because they're going to be fighting against Juan Cruz, saying that they sent us out to die. NIKKI's going to have her old vendetta and revenge thing against Raven. So that's interesting. And then on the other side, the anomaly stuff and Skyring and whatever, we're escaping. Good shit. It's happening. Echo's pissed. Octavia, we're all getting over Bellamy's death, quote unquote. Still don't think he's dead, but we'll see what happens going forward. We did see Dioza and Hope reunite, which is good. But now we're kind of in a position where we need to cross through this area that was deemed unsurvivable, but Octavia trusts Levitt, who I feel like has a thing for her, so I don't feel like he would put her intentionally in danger, but we'll see what happens. I'm interested. This is called the Queen's Gambit. I believe Shade Haida referred to Clark as the Queen and how he even talked to Nelson about how we need to take out their queen in order to win this. It makes sense. We have to take out Clark, but that's not happening. I mean, if we were a little bit further into the show and towards the end, maybe I would think Clark is in danger. But at this point right now, since we're literally around the halfway point, Clark ain't dying. Sorry to say, she ain't dying, so we'll see what happens. But if this is episode 10, 11, 12 maybe, then yeah, maybe I would say, okay, Clark could probably die here. But as of right now, doubt it. So let's just hop in, have a good time, discuss it afterwards. But before I do want to remind you guys, Patreon for the full-length, uncut, unedited reactions, as well as early access to everything else you see here on the channel, as well as exclusive reactions. So if any of that interests you, hop on over to Patreon. Of course, if you can't support me over there, you can always support me right here on YouTube. All you gotta do is like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel. Now let's stop talking, hop in, have a good time, discuss it afterwards. Alright guys, here we go.
Where are we going? Look, my friends, what happened to them?
Come, please.
Whose body is that?
A gift from those who have transcended, or so we believe. The shepherd teaches us that winning the last war brings upon the final evolution of a species. I thought Orlando would have taught you.
The shepherd.
We lost 25 disciples thanks to you and yours. But I thought that you might like to say goodbye. Please.
Orlando.
Vamos a ver, la vida.
Yeah, I believe that you can help us get there.
Really? And why would I help you?
Because you don't want to be executed.
Hmm. Oh, okay.
We'll share our knowledge, you'll share yours, and all you have to do is say yes.
In exchange for...
Clark Griffin.
Clark. What does Clark have to do
She's the
with
key.
She's the key to everything.
Uh-huh. How? Why?
Join our cipher team, and you'll understand why.
Damn it. Well, I'm gonna want to know. So...
Rope?
You get to live. Oh boy.
Rise and shine, errand boy. Dark Commander needs his breakfast. Indra left us in charge because the faithful follow us both.
Oh yeah.
I have to get back to work.
Elena Huff. Oh, that's who Nikki is. Oh, I was wondering why she looks so familiar.
Kaylee's dream of unifying the children of Gabriel with their families. It's the key to real peace.
I know it took me so long to recognize her, guys. I don't really look at the credits.
The road out of hell is paved with good deeds, John. You're not going to hell.
I'm pretty sure Elena Huffman was on Supernatural and Smallville.
You like this. Being the queen of the castle, being worshipped.
Are you the queen in this Queen's Gambit?
You've worshipped me for years.
Hey.
Who are they?
I don't know.
Do you always draw pictures of people you don't know?
No. Lately, I guess. Does that mean I'm crazy or something?
We don't like that term. But you did have a panic attack yesterday with Indra. Let's get back to what's really bothering you.
I want to be a kid. I want to run around with boys.
You've been through a lot, and you are so strong. But you gotta cut yourself some slack. You're not the commander anymore, right?
Right.
Oh, this is a good scene.
Thanks, Dr. Jackson.
Maddie looks better.
Yeah.
Come here. I've got almost all the DNA samples from the children of Gabriel.
Maybe we should talk about why you're doing this instead of doing it.
Ugh.
If I can give these people peace, how is that a bad thing? I'll get you the rest of the DNA. You get me the names of their parents.
Blessed is Daniel. I'd be happy to take it to him, my lord.
I would be.
You look familiar too.
India has a new serving boy. Not hungry, serving boy, be gone.
My plans exactly. Must suck going from the penthouse to the outhouse.
I must trust you to send you in here with me.
No one trusts me.
She does, or she wouldn't have told you who I was.
Did she tell him?
About Russ?
Does Murphy know?
Sit, please.
I thought the whole point was not telling anybody.
Well, as much fun as that sounds, I've got things to do.
I saved you from being burned alive. One game. If you win, I'll give you what you want most of all.
And what is that? Answers?
Please.
A chance to be a hero.
Yeah, you don't know me very well.
I know you went into that tavern to save a child at great risk to yourself.
How can you make me a hero?
What if you say, I don't know how to play?
The Queen's Gambit. Aggressive.
Shut up and move.
Betraying you and Melweather.
Echo. We have all done bad things. But we are a team now. That's the reason we'll get back to the ground. Think you could be loyal to us?
Like that. Mel and me. As soon as we get back to the ground, all of this.
Oh. Yeah, go have sex or something. Damn. Oh yeah, because this is like when they first started hooking up, right? Because they weren't really a thing when they went up into space. Yeah, okay, cool. Ah, damn it. Want to see, damn it. Fuck. This is a cool way to tell this story.
I don't want to talk. I know you're in pain, Echo. I feel it. Echo with me. Look. No way. Echo, it's not your fault.
Oh.
You're my family too.
Oh, this is nice. I didn't think they ever were going to be cool, but that's cool.
Why did you come here?
To get you, yeah.
I know your heart was in the right place, but... What? But you're my child.
I save you.
I was coming for you.
So what's your endgame, Nikki?
Does revenge count?
These two talking, love it.
That's your husband.
Yeah, because she's Abaddon from Supernatural. The way she talks, I was like, of course it's her. And she's Black Canary from Smallville.
Don't kid yourself, honey. There's no innocent people at the end of the world. Join us.
Hmm.
A little deprogramming, some revenge. We'll split this place 50-50. Partners?
Nelson, look at you. Oh,
Amori does look
pretty.
good.
I guess Raven knew you'd bounce right back, huh? Or is it palace life that's giving you that glow?
What the hell do you want?
What I want is to help your people. All of them. And I know you do too. I know how you feel. Because I felt it too.
You better get to the point.
They called us Frick Draina. I know what it's like to be thrown out like garbage. But the people who should love you the most, show them how
They're worth it, yeah.
me.
Don't give a damn about any of that.
Then why are you still here?
Damn, Amori, you're actually kind of doing something. I like it.
The ceremony's this afternoon. I can reunite you with your family. Let me do that.
They can burn for all I care.
Oh, I now remember why I hate chess.
Why?
Takes too long.
Thinking. Make your move. That's it. 20 minutes for that. You could have taken my counsel.
Nah, he's baiting you,
I'll
bro.
get it soon enough.
He's more ways than one.
Must be hard settling for one woman.
Okay.
God, you could have as many as you want.
What about you? I mean, I assume you don't like women very much, but then again, how could you? Your mother gave you up to fight in the Conclave and become commander, then there's the whole Lexa thing. The only people you united were the Flame Keepers who banded together to kill you.
I won't let that happen again.
So that is what you want, to be back in power, big man?
Well done, John. So much for the Queen's Gambit.
I do what I have to survive, yeah.
Cockroach.
Why are you here? Playing chess with a man who could kill you more ways than can be counted in order to satisfy an inner need to be loved, not the move of a survivor.
Let's just play the game.
Chess is more than a game, John. It's strategy and uncertainty,
Mm-hmm.
governed by choices. Avenging your queen. Predictable.
Enough with the chess metaphors if anything happens to
Before
Amori.
you threaten me, think carefully. But a real survivor would choose to stay on my good side in the off chance I escape this cage and take my rightful place on the throne.
Well, I do believe he's gonna escape.
If you knew what I was planning, I don't think you would be.
Tell me what it is and I'll decide.
Win the game,
I'll tell you.
and I will.
God damn it. He's really good as a villain. I'll say that much. Like, he's really good.
How much do you know?
It doesn't matter.
It does to me.
He said you were a Navy SEAL and a decorated hero. You saved thousands of lives in the Battle of San Francisco.
I want to know more about this Battle of San Francisco.
God, I hate that you know that.
What are we gonna do? Take on an entire army?
If we have
We
to.
have to.
I like it.
You want to take on an army? Take your best shot. Come on. Is that all you got?
Damn.
Violence and rage will only destroy your soul.
This is how she got Octavia.
We've lost too much already. We took my mom, you.
Damn. Oh, man.
I know, little one. Do you know why Asgata warriors scarred their own faces?
What are you doing, Echo?
So that we never forget. Orlando told us that all they care about is their last war.
Let's give it to
They
him.
want us to fight with them. That's why it's different. We're recruits. This is crazy.
We are blessed to live in an age where we have conquered our lesser emotions. War, pestilence, famine, death.
Free us, and we'll fight your war.
The last war will free us all, Miss Blake. Training starts tomorrow.
Hmm.
I'll make disciples of you yet.
Tell us more about the Second Dawn. Fuck.
We will be victorious for all mankind.
Check. What? You could have won with your queen. You just want to keep me here.
Huh.
If you make a sound, I'll kill you. Checkmate.
Ah, shit. Things are gonna look spicy.
So how do we do it?
I already have. Don't be mad. I know you said no, but I took your glass and I matched your DNA. Your parents are here. They're nervous too. Paula, see here. This is your son.
What?
Such.
What is going on? Why? Maybe nothing? I don't know. Guards, why don't you just stop him? Now everyone's gonna see you as a killer, as a thief, or a murderer, or whatever. Here we go. Oh wow. We're doing this, huh? I like it.
You can call for help now.
What the hell are you doing?
Oh!
All cops get guns!
Don't do this.
You did this.
Oh, slow down, cowboy. First we make demands, and then we get to kill people.
It's crazy because if Raven didn't kill her Hatch, I would not be on Nikki's side. But now I am. I feel like she's perfectly justified in her revenge.
How long has it been since you found a new function?
It was before I joined the team.
Someone's coming through.
Is it Clark and them? Yeah, here we go.
Gabriel?
It's good to see you.
Where are the others?
Bellamy's
I'll tell you when
dead.
I get here, but Bellamy's dead.
From the ashes, through the bridge,
We will rise.
Shepherd will rise.
Who is the shepherd? They keep saying shepherd. Is it just like a figure of speech? Oh, he's alive still? Is this what, like Bill Cadigan or whatever his name is?
If you've woken me this early, I suspect you have news. Have we cracked the code? Has the war begun? No, not yet, sir. But we have the key.
God damn it. Tell me why. Give me a little hint. God. Alright, guys. So that was the 100 Season 7, Episode 7, titled The Queen's Gambit. That was a good episode. Not as good or as strong as the one before it, but we are kind of moving the plot along. Okay. So our pieces now are in place. Shadehead has made his move. Nikki and Nelson, they've made an alliance. They've taken control of the palace. They have guns, and they have themselves, like I said, an alliance. And they're now taking control of the palace, and now have one crew basically as prisoners. So I like it. And the thing is, Nikki's a character I kind of like. And even if I like kind of think back to when we were first introduced to like Hatch and them, it's like, yeah, we get they're prisoners. They're supposed to be like no good criminals or whatever. But Hatch made us see a different side of them, you know. And Raven being quick to judge and say like, oh, they're just criminals. They're expendable. Blah 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 blah. We need this done, etc. etc. And if they were ever put into a position where they had to make a choice, we don't know if they would have made the right choice. And Hatch proved that he would have made the right choice because he figured out that, you know, they were dying and whatever. He still continued to do the welding, patch up whatever leak was happening. He basically gave his life for the community. You know what I'm saying? So he proved Raven wrong. And the fact that Raven herself even admitted that she could have done the job, but the fact that she didn't because she was afraid, it just kind of hurts her as a character for me. Like, I get that she's got going through it and she had to make sacrifices, stuff that, she never really had to do before. Like, she did some nickel and diming stuff before, but all the decisions she had to make never really felt like had any real weight to it. So I guess now she makes a decision that actually costs lives. And not only did it cost lives, but it actually kind of kickstarted a war in the community, you know? So I hope Raven understands that she literally started this, and the fact that she went to Clark for consolation of some sort isn't exactly the best thing to do. Like, what? Of course. Of course a fellow killer and mass murderer is going to say it's okay. So I don't know what exactly she was thinking by going to Clark, you know? Because Clark herself was kind of like wrestling with that same type of question for seasons on end, saying, everyone kind of does what they need to do to survive. We kill our enemies, but the thing is, the enemies kill us because they want to survive too. So everyone has a story, everyone has a reason, but because we're following this group of people, we're naturally inclined to side with them just because the writers told us to. Like, we're following them, we like them as characters, we see them as people, as personalities. But if the show was like following the Allegis crew, and if they were our main characters, we would like them and not like one crew. You know what I'm saying? So it's all about the perspective of everything. But now that we kind of put everything in perspective, I like what Nikki's doing. I like what Nelson's doing. Them kind of like coming together. The pieces are now in place. Shade Hada is gonna whatever Hatch's plan, and who knows what exactly is gonna happen, because Clark and everybody, they may have made it onto whatchamacallit, the disciple planet or whatever. Basically, like, they finally got reunited, but everybody's there except for Bellamy. Now, they're still pushing the narrative that Bellamy's dead. I don't buy it, but for the sake of the story, I'm going to go along with it. Say he is dead. What is that? How does that change Clark's mindset? You know what I mean? Because she came here looking for Bellamy for the most part. You know what I mean? Obviously looking for everybody else, but Clark and Bellamy, they have a connection. You know what I mean? So it makes sense that her learning about Bellamy's death would hurt her. Kind of like in the same way that it hurt Echo, that it hurt Octavia, because Clark has a connection with him. So, and they've been kind of like the two leaders that have been kind of like been supporting each other since episode 1, ever since they touched down on the ground. Now, while back in the day, Bellamy used to be a jackass and Clark was the one trying to be level-headed, they've kind of grown to kind of like learn from each other, co-lead, and eventually kind of like learn to keep people alive. Basically like earn the position of leaders. So that's some good shit. But Clark learning about Bellamy's death, quote unquote, is probably going to change her. Who knows what any of this means? Like, is she just going to kind of give in at this point? Like, say, just give up, saying, well, if Bellamy's not here, then tell me about the key. What is this? Like, we have to, if this is the last battle, we might as well win. You know what I mean? Might as well be on the winning side. But the thing is, are we on the right side? That's another question. Now, they did bring something back from an earlier plot line, from an earlier thing in the seasons. I think season 4, when they brought up the Second Dawn. And the fact that this guy is still alive makes me think that they've had this plan from the beginning. You know what I mean? Because what I thought originally was going to happen in season 4 was, because they brought in that guy. Like, we saw his thing where he was talking to the people, Bill Cadigan or whatever his name is. When they actually cast someone to play that role, and I believe it's the same actor, because it looked like the same guy. So I'm just like, okay, so they're probably going to do something with that at some point. But then they never did. So I'm just like, oh, okay, maybe it was just supposed to be a red herring to throw us off the trail. But they actually brought it back and are actually building off of that plot point. So it makes me think if they didn't already have this planned out from the beginning, no one would have known the difference because it makes it seem like it's been planned out from the beginning. Like ever since season 4, it makes it feel like they had this planned out for the final arc of the series. So that's a smart move to kind of circle back and pick up from a plot point that was never really addressed or picked up on, and to kind of like actually expand on it. That's some good shit right there. So I am eager to see how and why everything is happening, but we just kind of like now have to basically kind of follow along in Xavier's or Gabriel's point of view, because he has to kind of accept everything. Like everyone's accepted everything, accepted the fact that we're gonna fight the battle or whatever. But I feel like Gabriel is still kind of on the fence with some things. But we'll probably like learn through him as to what's actually going on, if that makes any sense at all. But because what's his name? Anders did tell him, it's like, if you really want to know why Clark is the key to everything, you need to like accept your destiny or whatever and just fight with us. So good shit nonetheless. I really can't wait to see what happens going forward, because everyone is like in the right place to kind of strike while the iron is hot and really cause some damage if they really need to. So I'm eager to see where we go with the whole Shade Haida, NIKKI, all that good stuff. The rebellion happening at the palace. That's really cool. On the flip side, I am more interested to see where the Second Dawn like comes into play, how that kind of like leads into the disciples and all that. Why Clark is the key. There's a lot of good questions being thrown out there, and while we do have some answers for some previous questions, more questions were brought forth. So it just kind of keeps me guessing and keeps me intrigued and entertained. So that's always a good thing. So not much else to really say other than I really also like that moment between Diosa and Hope where they had to fight, and it just kind of paralleled that moment between Diosa and Octavia where she had to kind of like put her in a chokehold and just kind of like calm her down, being like, you have to just like relax, like put yourself in perspective here. We got to think this through. That was a really good scene. So I just can't wait to see what happens going forward. So yeah, I think I'm just getting it there. All right, guys, if you guys enjoyed my review, enjoyed my reaction, you guys want to see this episode with me in its entirety, the options available to you right now over on Patreon. Links are in the description down below or pinned in the top comment. If you can't support me on Patreon, you can always support me right here on YouTube. All you got to do is like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel. Now I'm going to get out of here, and I'll catch you guys next time in the next episode of The 100, Season 7, Episode 8 of the final season. Until then, adios, guys.
And if you liked what you saw, tell your friends, tell your family, tweet about it. And if you didn't like it, shut the fuck up.